the Virginia Tech Hokies. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rebels offense will take the first swing of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The Rebels want to crank the tempo. He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. Oh, he's got some space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He'll take a shot. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Virginia Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent on this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quickly to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Hokies are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Up tempo for the offense. Looking for a crease. It's high. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Rebels head it quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll keep it himself. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Secures it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Woodside. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hokies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Woodside.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands. Let him do the rest.
On on 3rd and short. The power run here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll try to run it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Here we go. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. Turning it on. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 4. Florida State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The give to the tailback.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Leaves it with the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
The coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Gonna take a shot on 2nd and short. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what?
There he goes. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Woodside. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Lost to throw again. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Hokies are in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
The Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Give to the running back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Fires to the tight end. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Woodside. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man cover?
Looking for the end zone. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. Got it behind the line. It's Humphries. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Running into the open space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Hokies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wideout. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll run it from the gun. And they make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And the Hokies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give out of the gun. Inside the 40. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside and I'm taking it in myself.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds his tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this.
Gets away from one, finds room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fires on the move. Working on the right. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor, or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretch you with his feet, stretch you with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it to the back. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fakes to grab. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got him downfield. Touchdown Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Hold and fire complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The play action fake. finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Hokies come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Hokies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
He splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Beal. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Using the quick game.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, that can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water in this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Plows through the defense. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Stands in and takes the hit. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team.